Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your first online course for ASMR, and I assume that you all have some experience with ASMR. Is that correct? I can see you all on my screen. Okay, so you're all nodding your heads, so yes, good. I thought as much. It's no coincidence you're here today. Anyway, let me first introduce myself. I'm Beverly, but you can call me Bev. Alright, and I am going to be your personal ASMR tutor. Okay, so could anybody tell me today what ASMR stands for, please? Yes, I see you've got your hand up. I like the way you're all working. You're all patiently putting your hands up. No shouting in ASMR, that's correct. Yes. Your name is? Can you tell me what that is? Very good. It's autonomous sensory meridian response. Very good. And can anybody else, hold on, can anybody else tell me what that exactly means? Yes, you there. What is your name? Okay, nice to meet you. It is the sensation of tingles that we feel throughout our body, especially in the back of the head, down the spine. That is correct, yes. So in ASMR, we don't always really get ASMR. Some people watch because they like to just relax and they like to sleep. Some people find it very calming for the nerves. And yes, some people do genuinely get ASMR sensations. I myself am one of them. I first started getting ASMR, probably like most of you here today, when I was a very little girl and my friend would play with my hair, and I just remember getting so many tingles down my back, and that is kind of where it began. Kind of, I guess, but we didn't know it. Is that similar for anybody else here today? You're all laughing, yes. I thought as much. Anyway, so yes, the correct meaning of ASMR is for the tingles, but like I say, we all use ASMR in different ways. So whether you get tingles, you want to watch for relaxation, or you simply want a good night's sleep, that is totally fine. Okay, so has anybody got a ASMR channel here today? You're all just wanting to start one, I guess. Yes, okay, well, I assume that you know exactly what things trigger us in ASMR, but I'm going to go through that today with you, okay? So in order for this to be a bit more realistic, shall we say, I would like you all to now place your headphones on, okay? And I am going to just direct myself straight at the camera that you can see me on now. Okay, so I'm not going to look around at you on the screen. I am now going to talk to you through the camera, okay? So you get your very own personal lesson. But I am aware that you're all here, okay? Alright, so unless I have any questions for you, I am going to focus right in on each and every one of you. Alright, so I am going to start by taking a few notes, okay? So with ASMR, I have a few little examples of how this can work. So we can do our little role plays where you, as the speaker, can ask your audience a few questions, and then you can write them down. Okay, so this works by getting them close to you and kind of making them very personal into the whole role play. Start by asking their name. Okay, so what is your name? Okay. And can I take your date of birth? Notice how you're looking right at them, okay? There's no looking to the sides. You're looking right at their face. Okay, just take note of where I'm looking at you. This is how you should be talking to your audience, but also making it feel a little bit natural where you're not staring at them. So you're kind of in and out. You're asking them a question, then you're writing it down. And you can look up and look down. Yes. Nod as well, so it makes them feel like you're listening and pretending that they're answering them questions, okay? And if, like me, you're probably answering them at all. No doubt about it. So, alright. And what made you come today, okay? You wanted to, okay. So, notice as well, sometimes in role plays, we don't always know what the question is. So, how we can get around this is we can kind of ask them the question, and then you can say, oh, okay, so you want, oh, right, okay. And you kind of don't give it away. But the audience at home can kind of answer it for you. And there's no real answer, so yes. Okay, so that was our first little introduction to ASMR. Okay, I'm back in the audience for a second. Any questions? Okay, so when we I'm going to talk to everyone here. Alright, I'm not going to look at you. When we do start a role play, it's important to know briefly what your role play is going to be about. Okay, so you have an idea. Say you want to be a barber for the day. You'll have a brief concept of how that role play is going to start, how it's going to evolve, and then it kind of ends itself. So it's important to know where you're going to start with the role play. So, say for instance you were doing a barber role play. You would like, oh, come in sir, take a seat. That sort of thing, where you know how it will start. I personally do not like to write myself a script. I kind of improvise quite a lot because I find if I write a script, it really loses organicness of the role play. I find it very, very hard to get into it. So I like to kind of have a brief idea of the storyline in my head, and then I take it to the camera and roll with it. And luckily, the magic of editing, we can also edit things out that we do not like. That is always an option. Never ever are you stuck with the final result of how it turned out. You can tweak it slightly, as long as it's not too much, okay? Anyway, that was our example of the first part of ASMR, was how to talk to the audience. So, with ASMR as in sensory, we have our ears, we have our sight and touch. So smell is a bit different because I do involve smells in my role plays, but obviously it is down to the imagination for the smell. But you can by all means add smell into that, okay? But for definite, the things we can do to make an ASMR video work is touching and sounds, and also some sight. Okay, so a quick example of some sight things is you can use a flashlight, and I understand that not everyone is into lights, but personally I really like them. So you could get people to look at your light and hide it, and look at it and hide it. You can get them to tell you the colour. So can you tell me if this is cool, warm or bright? Okay, so this is bright, this is warm, this is cool. Bright, warm, cool. Can you tell me what this one is, please? Good. And this one? Good. And this one? Good. Okay, so that is using our sight. Another way to use the eyes is to get someone to follow what you're doing. So if you could just focus on my finger and follow where it's going, okay? Just focus on the movements of the finger. Good. Okay, good. Alright, very well. And while you're asking them to follow you, take a note at their eyes. Imagine the camera has eyes and you're looking at them, okay? So you're looking. Okay, good. This really involves realism into the video. Alright, so next we have some touch. Okay, some touch. So we have a nice brush that we can brush, okay? So what I will do is I'll do this, okay? And simply all I'm doing is I've got another brush here and I'm stroking my microphone that's right under here, and I'm doing that at the very same time as the brush is moving across the camera, okay? That's it. Now this takes a little bit of practice, but you'll get there. I could also brush your hair for you, okay? And how I would do that is normally I would have a hairbrush here and I would be brushing your hair like this. I haven't actually got a second brush at the minute, so let's see. Brush. And you can also slide your finger across so it really gives a nice sound, and that's that. Alright, another way of touching is to use some sort of object to trace the face, so you could really glide objects over the face, okay? And you can also get them to close their eyes, and so just close your eyes, please. That's it. Okay. And as you can tell right now, I also soften my accent. So when you're doing the video, you are free to change the way you speak in accordance to what you're doing, okay? So if you were just chatting away, you'd just be normal. But if you're doing a relaxing video, involves a very close personal attention. You would soften your voice quite a lot, and you would talk very, very slowly, and just really focusing on that person, okay? Lovely. Okay. You've been selenited. Right. I also have these here. I'm going to cleanse the body with it. So I'll just go down the body. This is now sound. So for sound, we don't really need to talk if we don't want to. We can just let the sounds do the speaking. I have a wooden cup here. Right. Any questions so far? Yes. You do not have to do anything like this at all, no. You can use whatever you want for sounds and whatever you want for touch. You're completely free. To be honest, it's best to use whatever you find relaxing, okay? Do not go on trends or whatever. It's important that you enjoy what you do, okay? Enjoy what you do and the rest will flow. We are not here for a trend. We are here to give ASMR in the best way that we enjoy. And if you enjoy it, it will radiate through to the camera, okay? I personally really like the sound of wood on wood. Okay, so the last sound is the jingly bells. Okay. Alright, well, I think we have covered all of the concepts of ASMR, but the main thing that you can do now is actually start, okay? So, do what you enjoy and let the rest flow, okay? And don't forget, everyone, to have